All right. We'll be doing some testing right off the get here.
We'll be doing some testing right off the get here.
Okay. Test complete. I'm checking this out on the other computer to make sure audio and everything is working perfect. Don't want to have a video without people being able to hear it. So awesome day yesterday. It was a huge success. Right where you're looking right now, this is where we had this event and training day. It's just been awesome. GROW Comm, what it's become, having our first training day. It's just been so exciting. I'm so thankful for yesterday and the way it went and the effect it had on people, even me. I mean, that's what I love about events is even the people putting them on, they're still getting to learn too. So doing a little bit of a recap. So even if you missed it, you kind of know what was going on. And if it sounds like something you're really interested in, we're going to have these again. This isn't going to be a one-time thing. We're going to keep doing these into the future. We're trying to decide what that looks like, probably like an annual thing. And this is all the stuff we go over inside of GROW Comm as well. So it's I can't even say it. Smirking. It was just a lot better than I ever could have imagined. I knew it was going to be awesome. But so some of the cool things that happened for training day that I really thought made it a huge success. First off, speakers. Okay. Some of the really cool parts of this. As I had people here, I had one of my original mentors come. He was the owner of the body shop. If you ever listen to me talk about my story, that's really where Scooters getting its name came from someone that worked at that body shop, Jimmy. But Brad was the owner, and Brad was here. He was speaking yesterday. It was awesome, and he did such an amazing job of speaking. And as I was thinking and giving my presentations and putting out my information, I was realizing, man, so many of the things we do are because of Brad and his shop and what I learned there about being on the cutting edge of technology, learning, growing, advancing. While I was there, they were going through a phase of massive change in their business, and they were making SOPs for everything and building out and systematizing things so they were getting repeatable results. And all I can think is how much that has affected our company, from the morning meetings they have, which we have embodied that, to creating SOPs and building things out to try to have repeatable systems as fast as possible. We've just done so much. There's people on here too. Like if you've got questions, I'm kind of watching everything that's going on. So type in the questions. I'll answer anything I can get to. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this. If you got questions about the event, since if you weren't there. But so Brad, it was awesome to hear him talk, awesome to hear him go over his topic of having a contingency plan in a business. I know how much this affects people, because when you're running and if you have this many people, say I've got 3 people and that's how many it takes to have the perfect day every day. When one person doesn't show up, my day goes to shit, and having a plan for that. And then we had another really close friend of mine, awesome guy, Justin. He was here yesterday. He is involved in a landscape company just north of me. Awesome, incredible what they've done. All the locations combined do over 50 million in sales. I think they crossed 56 million in sales last year. His location went from doing right around 11 or 12 in 2001, and in 2022 they didn't even budget for growth, and they still did over 15 million. So that's a big, adding millions every year, and it was so great. He spoke on structure and some of the things that they were looking out for and worrying about, because when you start getting bigger and bigger, there is a lot of liability in that. And what are some of the things that you need to navigate and kind of make sure that if we can miss that and not hit that rock in the road and not have that little wreck and have to pick up that cut and bruise so we can move faster, that's even better for our company. So that was an awesome presentation. Everybody, there was a big clap after that one, and there was so much information. It was a resounding excitement for what he was putting out, and everybody was able to do Q&As on all of this stuff as well. So those were some of the people we had in that were not in-house. Everybody else that we had was in-house. We had Zoe, our corporate office manager from up in Illinois. She spoke on what so many people are always wanting to know. You're wanting to know about systems and office, making sure, like, what do we do to keep everything in check, and how do we build that and not like lose sight of the main things. She hit on so many things. There was pages and pages and pages of notes. That was the other big thing. By the end of the day, I started the day off with talking about how in the welcome that if you don't take notes, if you don't find actionable items throughout the day, star that in your notes. This day won't be a success for you, because you go to a conference, it's really easy to get jazzed up and just be excited from this just fire hose of information, go home, and then that wears off. If you can't write down some things that you can take action on, you're not getting the full value out of an event. So Zoe, they just took tons and tons of notes on the stuff that she gave, and everybody else as well. Then we get through Zoe. Jess was speaking. Jess from here in Florida, she rocked it. She was talking about team building, which has been a big, big piece of making Florida what it is right now. I mean, it's been monumental in our company to make sure our teams are building quickly and we're able to scale things up here in Florida, because we've gained a lot of revenue really quick. You know, we went from nothing, and in under 2 years, our first actual 12-month like calendar year, we did over 1.6 million. We did like 1,659,000. And being able to scale up to that takes building that team. And we talked about the failures we had this year where we ran our team thin. I kind of described this earlier. If you have 3 people and there's no contingency plan, where we ran our team thin, and it was really my failure to have the plan in place, and really what we did to get beyond that, which is constantly hiring, always interviewing. She gave the metric of how many people we interview a week and what we do to keep the deck stacked to make sure we are prepared for what's coming ahead. Because if you're planning to grow, if you're marketing to grow, if you're expanding your business, like, you have to know that you're going to need more people. You can't choke it out. And we really had that conversation of, well, what if the work's not there yet? And I'm wanting to hire people. I think I'm going to grow. Like, how do we navigate that? That's always a really, really in-depth conversation. Like, and that's what we kind of went over in planning to really excel and grow out of that. I keep seeing more and more people jump on here. If you got questions about any of this stuff as I'm going through, or questions in general, I'm open to anything, but I'm kind of just doing a big recap of the training day yesterday, which was super, super freaking exciting. But by all means, throw up something in the chat and I can hammer on that as well. So after that, after Jess gave all of her information for team building, which was awesome, and all of this, what we realized out of this whole event was we did a day, one whole day, and we jam-packed it. We just hammer all day. And we realized how easy it's going to be for us to have not just a one-day event, easily a 2-day event, or if we want to really blow it out, do a 3-day event for next year. And that's really what we're going to be building to. I can't wait to get that like set on the calendar and get revved up to do all of this again, because it'll be a big building phase this year. So next speaker in the lineup would be me. I spoke on several different things. These were the people that really intrigued me. Actually, one more person that intrigued me much more than my own conversation was Nicole. She rocked it talking about marketing. We spoke about marketing together. It was freaking bomb. What we can be doing to market our companies and spend less money in 2023, because some of the old tactics and unfortunately what a lot of people do, posting up just pictures of grass and then paying a little money to that, or just posting that, how to get away from that and really expand your business and help grow a brand. It was phenomenal. Nicole is the most incredible person in the business and wife I could have ever asked for. She is incredible in everything she does. She creates so much. She's the most creative person I know. She is the most meticulous, most on top of making sure things are perfect. She like never lets anything slip. It's totally, totally incredible. So getting to get that value from her and listen to her take on that, and then me kind of like peg some ideas off of that as we go. And here again, it was a conversation where it was a 45-minute piece. It easily went 55 or closer to an hour. And we just realized how there wasn't there's so much information that you need more time. So we could bring so much more value than we were already bringing. Next I guess it finally leads to me speaking about a few different things. I did the welcome. I spoke on actually scaling your business, planning to scale, some of the ideas that we put in place to make things easier. I hit on like my 3 pillars: marketing, sales, and production, and how we spin those wheels faster and faster and faster to grow our company. It was a great conversation with a lot of good questions. Also talking about financials, numbers. The numbers conversation always comes up, but not in the way it normally did. This was the numbers conversation of not just building an hourly rate, but how do we tie numbers to the excitement and the generation of more productivity in our business? What were some of the things we do that? So another awesome conversation. The people that put on the other the whole thing, so many presentations where it's incredible to see the amount of notes, the amount of value people were able to extract from this. It was awesome. So after that, people just got a ton of gold nuggets, like seeing that. And that's what I really got worried about, is people not taking notes and starring information. That always freaks me out, because there's this thing that if you go to a conference, whether it be a training day for GROW Comm, or even if you're in GROW Comm and you're doing one of the weekly live calls and you're not taking notes and starring the action items, you're going to not get value from that. Or even if it's not something I do, if you're going to some other big event, it's so easy to get swept away in the excitement and not get all the value that you should be able to get out of that event. I've already mentioned this too. Like, last little note I had, it's the last time we're ever going to be able to have this event here. It was already full for what it was at our office. So it was really, really cool that it was a tight knit crowd, and it was so fun to meet everybody live, have an awesome dinner the night before, be able to do all this, and truly just see and fulfill the goal of wanting to continue to bring more and more and more value to everybody in the industry. So to wrap this up, I want to say to whoever's watching this, to whoever watches our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, thank you. I only do this stuff, like the event. It was not a money-making thing. Like, we spent way more, and the idea was make it where you spend X and the value is 10 times more than what you spend. Like, that was the best feeling. Everybody was leaving. I was getting ready to leave, and Brad ended up being in the bathroom, and I had to go to the bathroom real quick, and we ended up talking. He's like, I don't know what these people paid, but there's no way they didn't get more value than what they paid. And that was the goal of the event. Have it be blowout, have it be huge value, because what I truly get inspired by is helping other people win. It's just like in my own team now, what really makes me happy is seeing my team members win, seeing them earning more money, getting to giving them raises. And it's so funny how when you see people that are really rocking and kicking ass, that's a very common theme. Same thing Justin said. He was able to give somebody $100,000 bonus, and it blew their mind, and they were in tears. Okay, like, seeing these amazing things come to fruition, the success and the building, it's much less about what you put in your pocket, because if you do this, if you bring value to people, you will always have enough. So it's so fulfilling. It's what I've always wanted. My goal is to inspire people every day, is to help people grow their business, is to bring content that you can effectively use, write down stuff, take gold nuggets away, and be able to put that into place in your business and go kick more ass. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Whoever's watching this recording, if someone that was there is watching this recording, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I was exhausted at the end of the day. I hadn't slept because we'd been working so much with the event and everything the few days before that. So I was gassed and ready to call it at the end. But thank you so much to everyone for making it an incredible day, for being a part of it, for being a part of the beginning of something massive. Thank you, everyone. Can't wait to talk to everybody soon. Can't wait to shoot more content. And final announcement before we wrap this up. This is going to be a very, very big push this year to pour even more value into all these things, into GROW Comm, into content, into things to help other people. It's a big part of what excites me. Alarm, right? My alarm just asked, who do I need to become? It's now that says that every day at 12:30. And I am definitely feeling like 2023, I need to become the person that's bringing even more value so everybody else can kick more ass. Hey, everyone, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. See ya.